Hey everyone, Red here, and I'm going to be bringing out one of my more favorite nurse builds that revolves completely around using the add-on Matchbox. This will make the nurse have one blink but normal killer movement speed. For today's build, I'm going to be running Save the Best for Last, Nurse's Calling, Sloppy Butcher, and Monitor and Abuse. I start this game off pretty decently as I find Claudette right off the bat, and since I am at the loop I make a good blink but fail to turn fast enough for the hit. With the pow stun I'm essentially double stunned for a brief time, which allows Claudette to leave and gain distance. I'm not going to spend time looking for her or chasing her and go back to patrolling in order to find out where the remainder of her team is. The beginning of this game is actually quite rough as I don't find any survivors quickly after I go back to patrolling. When you're stuck in this position, try to focus on possible areas of interest you might want to do if you were playing Survivor. While I can't get to the other side of the map and check it super quick, I can make sure to check the main building while checking the nearby gen. Looping with this build is quite different as I won't be blinking everywhere for hits. If a survivor is out in the open, there's no need to risk blink fatigue when you have normal movement speed and will catch them decently quick. When I think about this build, I really feel it's like playing nurse with some training wheels, as you can focus on getting your blink down in chases while not being punished for not blinking. I know I've been on a Save the Best for Last binge lately, but with this build it synergizes with Nurse really well, as you can hit a survivor without blinking, have a super short attack cooldown, and then blinking for the downed hit. While the idea is to hit, blink, hit in a quick succession to get quick downs, make sure to use your blink to stop survivors from making it to loops. Save the Best for Last is great, but never let the obsession freely walk away in order to keep your stacks. After the hook here, I'm going to patrol in the direction of the previous hook in order to catch out any survivors who may be going for the save. I was holding the blink here as I was going to use it to cut off wherever the survivors ran to, though the correct call would actually be to simply walk and make the blink play later if needed. Asserting Dominance 101. It's not really my intent here to actually be on Meg, but I play in a simple way. I see you, therefore you are my target. Unless I see someone else or a better choice, such as another injured survivor in a dead zone with no pallets to go to. Other than that, just pure luck if I see you. After slugging, I see the gen is being worked on and pressure fang off of it. During this time, Nurse's Calling kicks in and a timer starts in my head. My goal in these scenarios is to get as much value as I can without Meg being picked up. When making these types of plays, you don't want to venture too far from the downed survivor, as the survivors will come to pick her up. If a survivor is 360ing like this, make sure just to take a step back to guarantee your hit. So in the end, survivor gets up. I'm 100% okay with this trade. I lose one hook on a survivor, but injure all of them in the process. If they choose to heal, then Sloppy Butcher will just punish them more by soaking up more time. I need to be careful when I'm chasing this Fang, as she seems quite competent when it comes to looping, and as Nurse I can definitely outplay her, but I need to wait for the right moment. And by giving her this credit of being good, I can expect that she will try and outplay any blink attempts, so I just need to watch and make sure I don't waste too much time on this chase itself. When you realize and respect a survivor's skill level, you can make a somewhat decent prediction on how they will react. This is more of a learned skill for all killers as you put more time into the game. This map is notorious for its dead zone, so I normally feel the pain for the survivors in this position, but it's a blendette, so I feel kind of obligated to drop her. Make sure to kick gens whenever you have a moment, especially if you're not running any slowdown perks such as Ruin. Leaving them unchecked just means it's easier for survivors to finish later. When playing around shack or corners like this with Nurse, either blink to the corner or directly where the survivor is going. Don't try and predict too hard or hold your blink for too long of a time. Now they have 2 down like this, I can always predict where the survivors are going to be at, and with Nurse's ability to traverse the map so well, this can become a game ender for the survivors. Perks of having normal movement speed is I can just run at her like this, and if I did have Nurse's normal movement speed, she would have made the loop. I have no problem eating a DS in this situation with 4 gens remaining. Better to get rid of it now than when I might be in a more sticky situation later. Nurse's calling can do an immense amount of work, especially in slugging situations. This poor Claw is just getting beat up by me this game. Since I know the survivors are going to try and heal and reset, now it feels like a good time to go for a hook. Use your judgment here, but try not to get stuck in a situation where you get no hooks after a huge pressure builder like this. While here, I know that the other survivor is going for the hook. The only real goal here is to get the pallet drop while aiming to actually head for Meg and Claudette. With the blink being pretty far off, I need to turn around and go for the survivor I left slug, because chasing here would actually be a really crucial mistake. I know Fang has a flashlight, so I need to bait the pickup and see if she falls for it. Since she's staying here in the area and I don't want to waste time here, I can actually go for the pickup and just make sure to look the other way. Well, oof, that's a head smack moment right there. Claudette is just trying to lead me away here so the Meg can go for saves. Best way to counter this is just to fake the chase, then turn back to the hook or the down survivor. Meg doesn't know how to flashlight here, so I make sure to nod in approval of flashlight use. Sometimes asserting dominance comes too natural to me, so I make sure to spin as well. These kind of saves with the killer having saved the best for last is a death sentence. Fang does well at blocking me here because of her having borrowed time and not feeling worried, so I ignore her while focusing on my blink. Survivors being desperate for flashlight saves are easy targets. I could hook and kill Fang here because she doesn't have DS anymore thanks to me choosing to eat it earlier, but I want to use her more of a bait for her team and I want to gain some more stacks in the process. Nice dead hard. Claudette gives up on the struggle phase, which overall I saw coming, but I suppose this was a pretty dominant match, though I don't condone ever killing yourself on hook, as it leaves your team in a worse position, and it's just not fair to anybody. A fun little thing you can do as Nurse is look at one survivor, but then flick at another at the last second. Fang doesn't think I see her, by the way. I will always break chase if I see a survivor trying to hide. No blending goes unpunished in my game. I actually really respect that she was working on a gen and not hiding waiting for the hatch to spawn. I mean, I'm going to definitely go for her now, but I respect it. There's not much she can do here, but if you're going to try and loop, make sure to watch where you're going so you don't George of the Jungle into objects. Well everyone, that's it for this gameplay. Hopefully it was enjoyable and educational. Nurse is one of the killers I've begun putting more work into to bring you a future rank 1 mindset. If you have a killer you want to see in a future video, let me know down below. Also, let me know any questions you have and I'll do my best to get to all of them and answer them in future videos as well. The Discord is open to all, so if you like memes and games, you're more than welcome to join. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and a subscribe to keep up with future content. I hope you blink your way into the 4K in your next games, and until next time, I'm Red, and I'm signing off.